It's day one of train week here on Travels with Bill. On this episode, we're on the CN main line between Winnipeg and Portage la Prairie to explore one of my all-time favorite crossings and train watching spots. We'll be doing train videos all week long, so if you haven't already subscribed, do so now, and you'll be notified as soon as we release the next episode. We're at mile point 34.86 on the river subdivision. The crossing itself is marked as a 4-track affair, but as you can see, it would be pretty tough sledding to drive a train on that 4th track these days. In this part of Canada, the line is double track from Winnipeg to Portage, and trains are frequent. If you're going between East and Western Canada on the CN system, this is the only line to carry the traffic. The secondary west route splits off down the track. That makes for amazing rail fanning here. The two main traffic lines are to one side, then a siding acts as a 3rd track and goes for some distance. The 4th track is another siding off that first one, and it's really meant for accessing the little storage and workyard that's adjacent to the crossing. At one time, the 4th track did cross the road, and it still does, but the road was raised a bit and went right over the track. That new bit of road may also be part of why this crossing feels like an earthquake, but more on that in a bit. There's one old telegraph pole left here. Check out how many wires were once run along the track. A couple miles away, some of the original line is still standing. You can see what rail lines used to look like everywhere, with wire right alongside. To the east of the crossing, there are some signals and switches. The most used switch allows trains to move from one main track to the other, and it's heated in the winter to keep it ice-free. Near the crossing is the switch from the north main onto the first siding, and then from the first siding onto the second one that has the blocked crossing. There's a pile of used ties on the east, and to the west, a little yard with some rail bits in storage. Work crews can pull in here to clear the main line, and while they wait, they can also find some of the supplies they need. This yard is just part of a mile off the main Trans-Canada Highway, so it's easily accessible by road too. The day of our visit, there was even a special feature in the yard. This little trackside box is resting itself here before it finds a new home. There's a couple frogs in storage here too. A few years back, I was out in this part of the world and a frog had failed. Crews had to go all the way to Winnipeg to get a new one. With these sitting here, they may be able to find one a little closer next time it's needed. The day of the one being failed, there were trains lined up for miles as they waited for a crew to fix the rail. I'm going to show you one train from the air. We'll just watch a little bit of him to see how fast he's going. Then I'm going to show you a full train from the ground. I felt like I was in the middle of an earthquake when filming the second train, which is Potash. It looks like the crossing's a bit too high and the cars are having to jump up a bit as they go across. There's also plenty of flex in the rail on each side of the crossing. The end result is significant shaking. I nearly fell over and had to steady myself while filming. And when I thought maybe I was just crazy, the person I had with me parked a couple 100 feet away in the van said they could feel the shaking too, so it's pretty strong. Here's a close-up from the train we're about to see. You can clearly see how much movement there is in the rail here, and that movement is leading to the ground shaking. Now, it could be that new piece of road that's put over top. It's packed really well, and standing on those rocks, well, I was just about falling over. If you want to watch trains here, I suggest parking on the north side of the road. There's lots of room there. We were on the south due to the lighting and the neighbors. Well, the north side's better for a lot of reasons. As far as a mainline country crossing, this one is perfect. Well, as they say, there's a train coming, so we better get ready. Thanks for watching this episode of Travels with Bill, and make sure to subscribe and keep enjoying trains all throughout Train Week 2021 here on the Travels with Bill channel.